Picture yourself staring into a mirror, not at your reflection, but the raw, unfiltered truth of who you are. Every scar, every doubt, every moment you've tried to erase. The world outside that mirror demands you hide those imperfections, plaster on a smile, and pretend you got all together. But what if those very flaws, the ones you spent a lifetime running from, are the key to your freedom? What if loving every messy, broken piece of yourself could make you unstoppable? This is Nietzsche's amor fati, the bold, defiant act of embracing your fate, cracks and all. It's not just a philosophy. It's a revolution of the soul. Ready to step into this fire and come out transformed? Let's dive in. You probably spent years dodging your imperfections. Maybe you cringe at that awkward moment you replay at 3 a.m., or you bury the shame of failure nobody else even remembers. Society hands you a script. Be flawless, be productive, be lovable. But here's the dirty secret. It's a trap. The more you chase perfection, the more you lose yourself. Nietzsche, that mad philosopher with a mustache bigger than his ego, saw this trap centuries ago. His concept of amor fati, or love of fate, isn't just about accepting life's ups and downs. It's about embracing every piece of your existence, even the parts you'd rather burn to ash. Why? Because those flaws, those painful moments, are the raw material of your greatness. They're not mistakes. They're brushstrokes in the masterpiece of you. Let's unpack this. Picture your life as a jagged mountain range. The peaks, your triumphs, are glorious, sure. But the valleys, the dark, craggy places where you stumbled, wept, or failed, those are where the real magic happens. Nietzsche argued that to live fully, you must say yes to every moment, even the ugly ones. This isn't passive resignation. It's a warrior's cry. It's standing in the wreckage of your worst day and shouting, "I love this, because it's mine." Why does this matter? Because denying your flaws is denying your humanity. It's like trying to paint a sunset with only half the colors. In the next part, we'll dig into why we're so afraid of our imperfections and how that fear chains us to a life half lived. The problem starts early. As kids, we're taught to color inside the lines, to avoid mistakes at all costs. Parents, teachers, Instagram influencers, they all sell the same lie. Your word depends on how perfect you appear. But perfection is a mirage. Chase it, and you'll end up exhausted, empty, hating the mirror. Psychologically, this fear of flaws ties to what Carl Jung called a shadow, the part of yourself you repress because they feel shameful or unworthy. Jung believed that ignoring your shadow doesn't make it disappear. It festers, sabotaging your relationships, your confidence, your joy. Ever snapped at someone you love for no reason? That's your shadow knocking. Ever felt like you're wearing a mask, terrified someone will see the real you? That's the shadow, too. Nietzsche's amor fati is the antidote. It's not about pretending your flaws don't exist. It's about owning them so fiercely they lose their power over you. Take that moment you bombed a presentation, or the time you pushed someone away because you were scared. Instead of burying those memories, what if you held them up to the light? What if you said, "This happened, it's part of me. I love it because it shaped me"? This isn't self-delusion, it's liberation. By embracing your flaws, you strip away the shame that keeps you small. You start to see that your mistakes aren't evidence of failure. They're proof you're alive, daring, growing. Let's move to the next piece. How do you actually do this in a world that demands perfection? Here's where it gets practical. Loving your fate sounds poetic, but it's gritty, daily work. Start by facing your shadow head-on. Journal about a moment you're ashamed of. Write it raw, unfiltered, every cringe, every tear. Then ask, what did this teach me? Maybe that public speaking flop taught you resilience. Maybe that heartbreak taught you what you truly value and love. This is Jung's individuation in action, integrating all parts of yourself, light and dark, to become whole. Nietzsche would say it's also the will to power, not dominating others, but mastering your own chaos. Next, defy the world's judgment. People will always have opinions. Your boss, your ex, that random troll on X. But their standards aren't your truth. Try this. The next time someone criticizes you, pause. Ask yourself, is this about them or me? Often, their judgment reflects their own insecurities, not your worth. Then, choose to love your flaw anyway. Maybe you're too loud or too sensitive. Good. That's your fire, your depth. Wear like armor. Over time, this builds a kind of unshakable self-worth that no one can touch. Let's talk relationships, because that's where flaws get messy. Ever hid your true self to keep someone's approval? It's tempting, but it's poison. A more fatty means showing up as you are. Scars, quirks, all. If you're dating, don't sand down your edges to seem likable. Be bold, be weird, be you. The right people will love your cracks as much as your shine. In friendships, stop apologizing for who you are. If you're always late, own it, laugh, make it part of your charm. Authenticity is magnetic. It's also contagious, inspiring others to drop their masks, too. In the next section, we'll explore what happens when you fully commit to this mindset and why it's a rebellion against everything society expects. Embracing your flaws isn't just personal, it's revolutionary. Society thrives on conformity, on keeping you insecure so you'll buy more, achieve more, please more. But when you love your fate, you're untouchable. You stop chasing external validation and start creating from a place of truth. Nietzsche saw this as a path to becoming the Übermensch, the person who transcends society's limits by forging their own values. You don't need to be a superhero to do this. Every time you choose self-acceptance over shame, you're defying the world. You're saying, I'm enough exactly as I am. This rebellion has ripple effects. Imagine a workplace where you admit a mistake without fear, inspiring others to do the same. Or a family where you share your struggles openly, breaking cycles of silence. Your courage to embrace your flaws gives others permission to do the same. It's not easy. Society will push back. People will judge, mock, or misunderstand. But that's their problem, not yours. Keep going. The more you love your fate, the more you'll inspire a world starving for authenticity. So where does this leave you? On the edge of a transformation. You're not just a cracked vase. You're a mosaic, each flaw a piece of art. Nietzsche's A More Fatty isn't about erasing pain or pretending life is perfect. It's about saying, this is my life, every glorious, messy bit of it, and I choose it. It's about waking up each day and deciding to love your scars, your quirks, your wild, imperfect soul. The world will try to make you shrink. Don't. Stand tall, flaws blazing, and watch how the universe bends to your courage. Take a moment now. What's one flaw you've been hiding? Maybe it's your temper, your shyness, or that failure you can't let go. Write it down. Then write, I love this because it's mine. Feel the weight lift. This is your first step toward a more fatty. Keep going. Every day, choose yourself. The world needs your raw, unfiltered truth. Write in the comments, I choose my flaws. I choose my fate. Then subscribe for more sparks to ignite your journey. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. Let's start a rebellion of self-love. One cracked, beautiful soul at a time.